Italian league make no pretense of the fact their priority this season is to win the European Cup for the first time. Michel Platini, reigning European Footballer of the Year, he's the key man, of course, along with Paolo Rossi and the Polish stars Zbigniew Boniek. Liverpool are without Kenny Dalglish. He's starting a three-match European ban tonight. They've been sent off against Benfica in the European Cup. Paul Walsh takes his place up front, alongside Ian Rush, who's very much in the shop window tonight, of course. The main attraction to a bevy of Italian clubs looking on with envious eyes. A match eagerly awaited here by a 60,000 crowd in the Stadio Communale, braving the weather. They've used snow-clearing machinery, incidentally, to clear the pitch. This is Tardelli to Platini. They chip through, then finding Tardelli again. One of the hard men in Italian football, of course, and there are plenty of those around. Rossi, Platini might try one from here. Brilliant save by Communale. Platini really struck that one then. And whose 9 goals is the leading scorer in the Italian league. And just look here for the athleticism of Bruce Communale. That's Bonini. Midfield players now to Favero, new man in the Juventus side this season. It again is Platini, so much the playmaker in midfield. And up there by Neil, who lost his footing on the surface. Cabrini went through, time to tackle by Mark Rods. Marvellous piece of anticipation by the Liverpool defender. Certainly one of the classiest defenders in Europe, not the world. Bonini. Again, it's a patient build-up here by Juventus. It's certainly not dissimilar to Liverpool in style. This is Favero going through. And so nearly scored too. What a strong break then by Favero. The man who's replaced the fearsome Gentili in the Juventus side, and not far away there. Lawrenson then for Liverpool. Now to McDonald, who's made quite an impact since coming into the Liverpool side in this reshaped midfield. There's Nicol, now operating on the right. Strong and positive run there too, and the shot from Neil. And Bordini perfectly positioned. There's Neil again. It was his shot there that tested Bordini. Liverpool's first real opportunity of the match so far, set up by Nicol and Neil's shot. Platini, so nonchalantly there, finding Cabrini. And then Platini again picking up the play here. What an inspiration he is, not only to Juventus, but to France, of course. Their success in the European Championships. And here's Platini again. It's Boniek who's gone through the middle. Found two by Platini. And Neil away. Boniek, so close there. The intelligent chip through, sheer genius really by Platini. Robillard stranded, and Neil anticipating. Rush was in quickly then, give it away. Scherer, whose initial mistake it was. Now McDonald for Liverpool. Juventus back in possession here with Bonini. To Platini. Again, striking the ball through so cleanly. Off goes Boniek. Danger threatening here. Magnificent goal by Boniek. That was a classic goal by the Polish international. Set clear of Liverpool's defence. He showed his acceleration there. And beyond Robillard into the far corner. 5 minutes to half-time. And Zbigniew Boniek has given Juventus the lead. His contract is up at the end of the season, and there's some speculation that he may not stay, but that's a quality finish. Boniek, the man who scored the winning goal in the European Cup Winners' Cup final of last season, has done it again. Liverpool are a goal down. Well, they can't really have too many complaints. Certainly Juventus created more chances in this first half. Liverpool have had to soak up a lot of pressure. And now at last the breakthrough from Boniek, whose pace was simply too much. Now can Liverpool come straight back? Here's Rush. We haven't seen too much of him in this first half. Wriggling through there. And Juventus struggling to get the ball away. Kennedy driving in the shot. Tardelli, walk! Only just wide of the far post. There's a clear-cut chance then for Liverpool. John Walk on the end of it. So prolific a marksman in Europe. 22 goals he's scored for Ipswich and Liverpool. Tardelli. Platini. Barashi. So Rossi down here now though, with a cross in. There's Barashi in the middle. Robillard somehow managed to hold on to it. Again the break instigated by Platini. Rossi with a cross in. And it was Barashi whose header produced that save, a fine save too from Robillard. Gillespie, who slotted into Lawrenson's position in the centre of the back four. Gillespie, a second half substitute. Neil did well to keep that one in play then. Cabrini's clearance. And Barashi. Chance to show his pace here. Well, the shot didn't really match the run. Graham Souness was warning Liverpool about the pace of this man Barashi. Souness, of course, playing now for Sampdoria, and in the recent league match he was very impressed by the sheer speed of Barashi, and a shot there just wide. Didi, offside against Barashi. Chance again for Liverpool to build here. Gillespie. Hung up though by Boniek. No flag this time. Barashi with Kennedy and Robillard come racing out of his area. Showing the more eccentric side of his nature, but it was necessary there. Here's Robillard very much to the rescue for Liverpool. Lawrenson now that on the bench, presumably has an injury of some description. Not coming out for the second half. Kennedy. Boniek. Platini's ball through, and Boniek is away here. Just past the near post. But Liverpool and Robillard there angry at the linesman. I think he felt was an offside there, but no flag. Boniek was away. His pace has really troubled Liverpool tonight. Tardelli, lovely piece of play. The Italian crowd really that kind of skill shown there by Marco Tardelli. One of the Juventus players featured in the Italian World Cup winning side. Here's another one, Scherer, the Juventus captain. Hoping to win the European Super Cup for the second time, and the first British club to win it in '77. Still trailing here. Bonini, more mistake, and a chance there for Whelan. Bonini had to be alert there. Mistake by Bonini. And the goalkeeper right behind the shot from Whelan. Here's the corner. Straight to Platini. Donald. Nickel. Walk going through. Cabrini just flicked it back. Walk, no, he was impeded there. Let's just look at that again. Cabrini, the defender, who certainly makes contact with the ball, but I don't think with Walk. Given away on that occasion though. He hasn't wasted too many passes tonight. It's Nickel. Neil. Walk going through. Quite often, Walker's timed his runs well from midfield, but hasn't as yet found a way past this very tightly knitted Juventus defence. Certainly has the strength of the side, along with the flair of players like Platini. By no means a negative Juventus side. Nichols' header. Walk challenging, and McDonald too. Caprini. Came off Neil. Here's Priaschi. The Liverpool defence again extended here. Priaschi's turn. There's Boniek. That's two. And Boniek has got both the goals. Set up by Priaschi. And nobody picked up Boniek as he steered it into the corner. The man whose future is in doubt. What a reply from him tonight. Priaschi finding Boniek. And Robillard motionless on his line. 12 minutes to go and Juventus lead Liverpool by 2 goals to 0. Well, can they come back from this now? Nichols has made a lot of positive runs, but as yet he's been unable to pierce the Juventus backline. Still Liverpool pressing, hoping for something. I think it's a lot to ask now. Juventus have played exceptionally well. And they've restricted Liverpool to just a handful of chances, really. Cabrini's crossing, and Robillard right behind it. Really, at times, the goalkeeping of Robillard has kept the score down. McDonald. Certainly persevered in midfield, McDonald. Nicol. Walk's made a good run here. Oh, Bodini. Well, Walk was beaten there by the surface as much as anything else. Certainly a treacherous pitch. Bodini rather committed himself. And Walk couldn't make good advantage of it. Marvellous support for this Juventus side tonight. How dearly they're hoping to win the European Cup this year. Liverpool, of course, will have other ideas. Liverpool have a free kick here with Phil Neal, their captain. Chance now for Walsh. Walsh rather snatched at that. He hasn't got much change out of the Juventus defence tonight. Paul Walsh. Well wide there with the shot. Platini. Crowd rising in anticipation as Boniek goes through. Can he complete his hat-trick here? Blocked by Gillespie. It's Rossi's shot. It's tipped over the bar by Robillard. Again, he's denied the Juventus side. This time Rossi. Boniek. Set through here by Platini. So often that's been the case tonight. Boniek, the shot there, charged down by Gillespie. It falls for Rossi. And only the expertise of Robillard keeps him out. There's a scrap going on there in the middle of the field. The referee has had one glance at the watch. There indeed goes the final whistle. It's all over. The end of the 1985 European Super Cup. The winners, Juventus, by 2 goals to 0. Deservedly so too. They've been the more creative side over the 90 minutes. And could this be, I wonder, a dress rehearsal for the European Cup final? It's disappointment again for Liverpool here at Turin. They've lost by 2 goals to 0 to Juventus.